The project that redefined my legacy. The faint buzz of the overhead lights mingled with the rhythmic tapping of rain against the windows as I sat hunched over my desk, my eyes burning from staring at the same spreadsheet for hours. It was a dreary Monday morning in April 2025, and I was 36 years old, a lead project coordinator at a renewable energy firm, Green Horizon, based in Denver, Colorado. The office was a modern eco-friendly space, bamboo flooring, walls adorned with solar panel diagrams, and large windows framing the snow-capped Rockies under a leaden sky. I'd been with the company for 6 years, rising from an administrative assistant to my current role, where I oversaw multimillion-dollar projects transitioning cities to sustainable energy. My desk, positioned near a potted yucca plant and a photo of my hiking trip with my brother, was a chaotic mess of blueprints, coffee-stained notes, and a laptop with a flickering screen. That morning, however, my usual optimism was drowned by the weight of a project that threatened to define, or destroy, my career. The project had begun 3 months earlier, a bold initiative to retrofit Denver's downtown district with solar-powered streetlights and wind turbines, a contract worth $15 million from the city government. Green Horizon CEO, Elena Martinez, a dynamic 50-year-old with a vision for a greener future, had hand-picked me to lead it, citing my track record with smaller projects. The timeline was tight: 6 months to design, secure permits, and install the systems by September 2025, with a team of engineers, urban planners, and contractors under my command. My apartment, a cozy loft in Lodi with a view of the Platte River, had buzzed with excitement as I sketched initial plans late into the night, my dog, Rocky, snoring at my feet. The Rocky Mountains, visible from my window, had inspired me, their rugged beauty a metaphor for the challenge ahead. But that inspiration had eroded as obstacles piled up, and now, with 2 months left, we were behind schedule, and my confidence was crumbling. The trouble started with the permits. Denver's City Council, a group of bureaucrats with endless red tape, delayed approvals for weeks, citing environmental impact studies and zoning disputes. My team, led by Mark, a 40-year-old engineer with a gruff demeanor, and Sophia, a 29-year-old urban planner with a perfectionist streak, struggled to adapt. Mark's crew, a rugged bunch of construction workers, clashed with Sophia's meticulous designs, their voices rising in heated debates over the office's communal table. I mediated, my voice hoarse from late-night calls, but the tension frayed my nerves. The budget, initially $15 million, ballooned with overtime costs and equipment delays, and a shipment of solar panels from China was stuck in customs, a setback that pushed us 3 weeks off track. Elena's weekly check-ins grew terser, her emails hinting at replacing me if I couldn't deliver. I lay awake at night, the rain tapping against my loft windows, imagining my legacy reduced to a failed project. That Monday morning, the crisis deepened. Elena called an emergency meeting at 9 a.m., her office a stark contrast to the chaos outside: polished oak desk, a single cactus, and a view of the Denver skyline. "We're at a crossroads," she said, her dark eyes fixed on me. "The city council is threatening to pull the contract if we miss the September deadline, and the board's questioning your leadership. You have until Friday to present a recovery plan, or you'll have to reassign this." The room spun as she dismissed me, my team's sympathetic glances cutting deeper than her words. Back at my desk, I stared at the spreadsheet, its rows of red numbers mocking my efforts. I'd never faced a failure this public, and the thought of losing my role, of watching someone else claim my project, gnawed at me. Rocky's wagging tail that evening offered little comfort as I collapsed onto my couch, the mountains shrouded in mist outside. The next day, I resolved to fight back. I started by assessing the damage, a grueling process that took 6 hours of poring over schedules, budgets, and emails. We were 25% behind, with permitting still pending and the panel shipment delayed indefinitely. I called a team huddle, my voice shaky but firm, and laid out the stakes. Mark grumbled about the council's inefficiency, his calloused hands gesturing wildly, while Sophia suggested a revised design to bypass zoning issues, her notepad scribbled with sketches. I listened, my coffee mug a lifeline, and proposed a 2-pronged strategy: expedite the permits with a personal appeal to the council, and source backup panels from a local supplier. The team nodded, their exhaustion mirroring mine, but a flicker of hope emerged. I spent Wednesday preparing for the council meeting, my loft transforming into a war room, blueprints spread across the dining table, Rocky chewing on a corner until I distracted him with a treat. I researched each council member's priorities. Councilwoman Diaz cared about job creation, Councilman Patel about sustainability metrics, and tailored my pitch accordingly. The meeting, held in a stuffy city hall chamber with creaking wooden benches, was a gauntlet. Diaz grilled me on labor costs, her voice sharp, while Patel demanded data on carbon reduction. I answered with facts and passion, my hands trembling as I presented a revised timeline and a promise of 50 local jobs. After an agonizing hour, they approved the permits, their signatures a hard-won victory that left me dizzy with relief. Thursday was a blur of action. I contacted Solar Tech, a Denver-based supplier, negotiating a rush order for 200 panels, my voice hoarse from bargaining. Mark's crew worked overtime, their laughter echoing as they unloaded the shipment, while Sophia redesigned the turbine layouts, her precision saving us days. I coordinated with the city's utilities department, a gruff foreman named Hank, who agreed to fast-track inspections after I bought his team coffee and donuts. The office buzzed with renewed energy, my desk a command center of updated schedules and sticky notes. I slept 2 hours on the cot, the yucca plant wilting further, but the progress fueled me. Alina's check-in that evening was cautious but approving, her nod a lifeline. Friday's presentation to Elena and the board was the culmination. The conference room, with its long oak table and panoramic view, felt like a stage. I started with the setbacks, permits, delays, budget overruns, my voice steady despite the knot in my stomach. Then I unveiled the recovery, permits secured, panels installed, a timeline back on track for September. Mark displayed a 3D model of the retrofitted district, Sophia presented carbon reduction projections, and I concluded with a personal appeal, my eyes meeting Alina's. The board deliberated for 20 minutes, the silence deafening, then Elena smiled. "You've turned this around," she said. "The project's yours, and the Director of Sustainability role is on the table, pending final delivery." My team cheered, their fatigue forgotten, as I fought back tears. The months that followed were a triumph. The retrofit launched in September, the downtown aglow with solar lights, a ceremony attended by the mayor. The board approved my promotion, complete with a corner office and a 30% raise. My loft expanded with a home office, its walls lined with project photos, and Rocky gained a playmate, a rescue pup named Scout. I mentored a new coordinator, passing on my lessons, and watched Green Horizons' reputation soar. That project, once a nightmare, had redefined my legacy. Reflecting on that journey, it's clear that overcoming monumental challenges requires persistence and collaboration. When someone faces a career-defining obstacle, they should analyze the problem, rally their team, and adapt relentlessly. She succeeded by negotiating with stakeholders, leveraging local resources, and leading with resolve. If you're tackling a daunting task, don't give up, assess, adjust, and let your determination forge a new path. The legacy you build might outlast the struggle.